Welcome back. It is the episode we have been waiting for. You have been waiting for. This is Where the Party At. I'm your host, Sabalong.
And I am Eldridge Washington, and this is Where the Party is At.
Eldridge, it feels like it
I
has
was
taken
wrong.
us forever to get to this episode.
Look, it felt like we have been not recording for like 2 weeks.
Right, but it's only been a week.
It's only been 1 week.
It's only been a week.
And I've been anxious to get here because I went through and watched past episodes to make sure how far off I was on
the
some
predictions.
things.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't, we can get into it.
Yeah,
But
we'll see.
Welcome back.
Yeah, so this is our first episode back since the May 19th primary election.
Yep.
So we're going to go over the results and all that. But first, we're going to talk about our election watch party.
You know what? Round of applause. Round of applause. Thank you for everyone that came out.
Yes.
What the party showed me is this is something that we must do. People want to be involved, but it was a lot of people that were like, this one person that came and they said, I'm going to be honest, I didn't know where any of the election parties were. Mm-hmm. I voted for some of the people, but I didn't want to necessarily go there because I didn't know.
You didn't know them like that.
Anybody there. So it's a proof of concept that was people there.
Right.
And there were organizations that called and they were like, yo, why weren't we a part of this?
Right.
So I'm like, oh, okay, this is a
there's a there. Yeah.
So that's the first thing. It was a proof of concept.
Yeah.
Second thing, it was cool.
Right.
Like real cool vibe.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mason Super Dogs. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Mason.
The food was great. But
the photo booth.
The photo booth.
Cool.
Shout out to Snap Photo Booth. Thank you for that.
DJ.
Travis Dope was the DJ as well as Saucy Low was our DJ. So all of that was cool. But the highlight of the night was honestly the dialogue.
Conversation. Yeah. It was really rich.
Did not think it was going to go that deep.
Yeah. If I were working on a campaign, I really would have wanted to be in the room for that conversation.
Because it really just showed.
It was so authentic, for one.
It was raw.
Yeah.
It was uncut. We probably shouldn't have just handed people the mics.
But I'm glad we did. I don't know if I would do it again, but I'm glad we did it in that moment because it allowed folks to talk and to just like really like authentically express their point of view in a way that they wouldn't have had that opportunity otherwise.
No other party would have allowed them.
That wasn't going to happen at a campaign event. That wouldn't have happened
debate.
At it. Right.
This is the only room where we would have got that level of authenticity from the audience and then that openness, to allow them to have that conversation. And honestly, it was real-time data of why people are or are not showing up to the poll.
Right.
So
yeah, there was a good bit of grievance of, kind of the state of politics, the state of the Democratic Party.
Right.
There was a lot of that. And then I think it also, for me, showed the need for really clear education. Like, number one, and you and I were talking about this throughout the primary, where there was so much chatter online from people who don't know what in the world they're talking about.
Exactly.
And then, so there's that component, but then there's also folks who are frustrated and don't know where to channel that frustration.
That part. And if I could do anything different, I would have invested more energy into getting more organizations
at the table,
in the room and at the table. I know we're going to do it again, but when we do it again, I'm definitely bringing all of the organizations because what I'm seeing is people are frustrated, not knowing what to do. And not even knowing that there are people who are doing the work that you're frustrated about.
Right.
Like, that's what I heard the most. Like, a lot of people are like, nobody's doing it. I'm like, well, there's real organizations doing this real work. You just got to get involved.
Right.
So I think, one thing I was going to talk to you about in one of our strategy meetings, I think doing a membership drive just for civic organizations, like bringing all the people to the table and just allowing all these organizations that are doing the work come on stage, say what they're doing, this is the work, and this is how you can get involved.
Engaged.
I think
that'd be great.
A membership vibe just across all organizations doing the work. Bring them in and let's just get the city involved.
Yeah. And then one of the things in the party that I liked that we did was the ping pong balls, where we had people come in there was a, like let's say blue was for jobs in the economy. Like that's my number one issue, which ended up being
the number one issue. So we let people vote. When they came in, they had to pick a ball from a different category and choose one that was the most important.
Right.
And the one bucket that got full the most was jobs in the economy. The least, transportation.
Right.
Which was surprising to me.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo.
In Atlanta?
We need that bad. I think it's one of those situations people don't even know how to fix transportation, so they just They just don't
Yeah, or it's like, I need money, and if I had more money, I wouldn't be as worried about some of these other things. Okay, so speaking of election parties, so after our election party, I dipped out a little early to head over to Keisha Lance Bottoms election party.
And I was going to go... It was so funny. I remember when you told me you were about to slip out. I was like, where should I slip so we can like double the ground?
Yeah.
But the numbers made me not want to go to nobody.
There was no need.
Maybe I could have went to Estevez and been like, hey, you had a great run.
Job. Yeah.
But it was no need. So what did you see at her party?
So it was interesting. So it was at the Hyatt downtown, which is kind of a common place for Democrats to do events. It's usually
Hyatt or the Marriott.
Or the Marriott, exactly.
Marquee.
Yeah.
Right.
Like those are the two spots. And so what was interesting to me about it was I was thinking about like comparing it to last year's election when I went to Wayne Martin's election night watch party, which we were both at, actually.
High energy. A lot of players there.
A lot of players, a lot of people.
Which I was kind of surprised. I didn't realize Wayne's party would have attracted that much energy. But
So Keisha's was probably the same amount of people, if not slightly smaller than Wayne's.
And he running for
And he ran for her former seat.
Yeah.
Right? And like over the course of the night, there were some political players, but not the political players you would expect to be there. Right? Not as many of them. So the same political players that were at Wayne's election watch party in last year, not all of them showed up.
Now, was it a situation of it was a blowout, so they came early, left early?
I think there was some of that. But
you feel like it still should have been more.
It should have been more.
And
especially like once you see like, oh, she's clearly winning. Let me just go ahead. Let me go over there and just
especially if
I've been with you since day one. Like that's the
right.
I got a check for you right here. So that was kind of interesting, just how it was not as big as I would have thought.
Right.
Especially considering such a commanding lead that she had.
What was the energy in the room?
So when it was good. And then I think once she like got ready to take the stage, and we'll listen to a portion of her acceptance speech, then obviously it was high energy and folks were, kind of amping her up. But I just thought the room was a lot smaller than it should have been, considering it was such a blowout.
Right. Definitely more people should have been over there. What was your biggest surprise of election night for you?
Oh, hold that. I want us to hear Keisha.
Yeah.
And then let's talk about like all the other races.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
I am a fighter. And I could not rest knowing that people across this state needed someone to stand in the gap and fight on their behalf. And Georgians sent a clear message tonight that they want a fighter. Someone who will stand up to Donald Trump and all of the chaos that's raising costs, that's hurt our economy, that threatens the rights of generations, that generations before us fought for and died for. And let's be clear, the only people Burt Jones and Rick Jackson have fought for are themselves. Their campaigns are not about Georgians. They are not waking up every single day thinking about the challenges that our families are facing across this state and how to take them on. And they certainly do not see Donald Trump as someone to stand up to. They want to be like him. So no matter who emerges from their runoff, the choice this November will be clear. Burt Jones and Rick Jackson have spent their lives enriching themselves and are running for governor to do just that. I'll be a governor who will always fight for you.
Love them aunties.
I am going to spend every day through November talking about my plans to make sure every Georgian has an opportunity to succeed. It means stopping Donald Trump every time his policies hurt Georgia, and also taking action here to make life better for people across this state.
So what I found really striking being in the room and
You were
watching
there for this?
her. Yes.
Okay,
So
cool.
I got there maybe 5 minutes before she took the stage. So what was really striking was, and it's maybe hard to tell in that video, but her emotion. Like, she was overcome with emotion. Like, she didn't cry or anything, but you could hear it in her voice.
She
And
about
then,
to
and
cry.
then that pause where she was just like, this is really happening. I'm really giving essentially the acceptance speech to be the Democratic nominee.
Right. And I think it is an emotional thing. I think she understands the seat that she's in. She's seen this play out 2 times before with Stacey. So
Right.
you kind of almost know what's ahead. You know what
Right.
Stacey had in her war chest versus what you got in your war chest now. I think it is an emotional thing. I think there was moments where you kind of looking at social media and people critique. So you kind of starting to doubt yourself. You're seeing Jason Estevez do better than you thought he
Right.
was going to do, or any other candidate.
Right.
I think there was doubt that, I might have to go into the runoff. I think they thought they were going to go into a runoff. I thought they were going into a runoff.
Yeah,
So to
I
run
thought
it,
so too.
to run it out, to win it outright is overwhelmingly like, there's a lot of emotion. Like I'm excited, I'm proud, I'm thankful
Right.
that people are wanting to do that. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
So I can see it.
56%. She got 56% of the vote. And so if we can pull up here, we have this map that you'll see in a minute is from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. And so they they basically took the Secretary of State data and made it pretty.
Okay.
So you'll see kind of where all the Democratic gubernatorial candidates ended up. And the lowest candidate was 1.1% of the vote, and that was Olu Brown. Derek Jackson, 2.3%. So,
And honestly,
this is a quick aside, and this is slightly petty of me, I will admit. And no shade to Olu Brown, but Amanda Duffy, who no one on earth knows outside of her family, got 1.7% to his 1.1%. My goodness. Okay.
I still ain't never seen a picture of her. I know you researched.
I did. I found her on Facebook.
She got 18,000 votes.
Almost 19,000. Yeah.
And here's the thing. If I'm Keisha, I'm sending a bottle of champagne to Olu, Amanda, and Derek, because those 3 people fundamentally ensured that I made it without a runoff. Because if they wouldn't be in there, all them votes would have went somewhere else, and it would have made this a little harder.
Yeah, ish. I mean, Derek got 25,000 votes, right? I mean, Keisha got more than 600,000 votes.
Okay. Duncan, Derek, Amanda, Olu.
Now, Duncan, if Duncan had not been in the race, I think that would have made a
Which
difference.
he shouldn't have been in a race anyway.
Yeah. So, he came in 4th, and no surprise, literally the day after the election, Trump tweeted about how Duncan was a loser and yada, yada. And Duncan replied back, and I thought I appreciated his response. He's like, I stand on the race that I ran, and me being a loser is better than me doing anything to support you. Like, that was the gist of what he said. And I was like, all right, good. So he didn't like reverse course to be like, oh, I lost and now I'm going to go back over to the other side.
You guys didn't support me.
Yeah. So he stood. Jason Estevez did better than what the polls had originally shown for him.
Yeah, he did. He did way better.
And Thurman essentially stayed right where he was because he was kind of in that 10 to 12% the entire time.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you look at that map, I mean, it's overwhelmingly pink, which shows that Keisha just dominated. Yeah, she dominated across the state.
This is a political ass whooping.
Yeah, that's a word for it.
Yeah, like she killed the club. Shout out to her and team. You know what? Shout out to Isaac Hayes. I think.
Oh, wow! How things changed.
I think Isaac Hayes is the reason why this happened. If you go to his page, he's the reason why this happened.
I mean, he was there with her election night.
He was there?
Yeah, he was in the suite.
I can imagine. I can imagine. So, you know, I didn't think she was going to win without a runoff, but I wasn't surprised. Mm-hmm. You know, congratulations to her team. Now it's time to really do the work.
Yeah.
You know, I heard Ossoff is coming to town Saturday.
Yeah. So Keisha and Ossoff are going to be campaigning together. Another thing that I thought was really important was all of the Democratic candidates, at least the top ones, so Jason, Mike, and Jeff, all said we need to support Keisha. Like, and they said it blatantly.
Yeah. And I seen Jason.
And that was, so I was glad to see that immediately rather than I'm in my feelings and I'm going to wait and then I'll finally,
right,
support her. But she did very well outside of Metro Atlanta. So she performed really well in rural areas that I thought originally Mike Thurman would have done better at. Yeah. And then, interestingly enough, Jason and Keisha kind of split Atlanta. So if you look at the council districts, it was literally a 50-50 split on who won parts of the city, which makes me think, if I'm Jason, I'm like, maybe I run for mayor in 2029.
Well, I don't know. We done said this on Mike, but he's been in my top 10 people that's running for mayor.
It's a nice setup.
I've even heard whispers that this was a name play to set me up to run for mayor.
Right.
And people loved him. People liked how he talked. And he fits the Atlanta mayor profile.
Right.
If you just think about the Atlanta mayor profile, middle of the road, good looking, young, family guy.
Right. Business. Small business owner.
He fits.
Attorney.
If Atlanta mayor has an avatar, he fits it. He fits it. So I can see him running for mayor. Yeah. I've already said I think he's going to be one of the top 3 candidates that run in 20. Is it 2029 or 2030?
2029.
Yeah.
It's always an odd year.
Yeah. So in 2029, I see him being one of the top. One day you're gonna give me the green light to give my mayor candidate list.
It's too early.
I know, but I want to be able to put it on paper.
Okay.
And put it on wax. So nobody can say I copied anybody.
Yeah, I got you.
I want to just, we ain't got to do it now. We can wait to the Democratic convention.
Okay. Well, that's in August or something? When is that?
I'm talking about the one when it's coming to Atlanta.
Oh, in 2028.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's a long time. I'm not going to make you wait that long.
Okay.
No, that's too long. Cool. So. We'll do it after this election.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. And honestly, I be thinking it's gonna change, but my because I've been watching all the candidates, I've been keeping tabs. So when I give my list, I'm gonna give the reasons why I know they're running.
Okay.
My list keeps getting stronger.
Okay.
And he's still top 3, especially after this.
Okay. So let's talk about some of the other down ballot races. So Lieutenant Governor Josh McLaurin will go up against Nabila Parks in a runoff. There are a number of runoffs.
What's your predictions on that? I'm not going to lie. I'm going to say it. Black girl wave. Get on it and just ride. I'm telling you, this is the wave right now.
This cracks me up every time because I'm like, she's not black.
And I'm going to say it every time.
She's brown.
She black? Look, I'm going to ask her, are you a black woman? And
she's going to say, no, I'm from Bangladesh.
I bet she won't say that. In a forum?
She's going to say I'm brown. She can't say she's black. She can't.
We got
anyway.
We gonna see. But I'm saying if she putting her picture out there,
yeah,
she is over with. If I'm Josh, I'm not putting anything with our pictures of face to face.
Right.
Don't do it, bro. The black girl, like right now, this is about to be an all woman slate.
Yes.
Keisha Waits is about to win.
Yes. I was about to get there.
I'm sorry. I'm just saying. Like if you a black woman right now, get on the wave and ride.
Right. But again, this happened in 2022 and
we're just talking about
the wave crashed. Anyway.
We're talking about we can talk about a primary right now. We can't talk about nothing else.
All right. So Lieutenant Governor, we got Josh versus Nabila. So that was 41% to about 39%. Secretary of State, Dana Barrett versus Judge Penny Brown Reynolds. So Dana was at 35, Judge Penny was at 42.
Run, black girl, run. A shout out. You know what? I ain't gonna lie. A little bias. Shout out to them. They are doing a fundraiser here Thursday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Judge Penny?
Judge Penny. So shout out to them.
Lord. Commissioner of Insurance, DeAndre Mathis got 19.8% to Keisha Waits, who got 42. So she got close. And then Commissioner of Labor, Nikki Porcher, 30.8% to Michelle Michi Sanchez, 25.9. That's what, 4 statewide races that are going to a runoff. Mm-hmm. Then you've got a number of state house, state senate races. We'll put those in the show notes so you can take a look at those and see if you're actually in those districts. So do you want to do a prediction now or you want to wait?
For each race?
Yeah.
Yeah, if I go down this line, if I go Lieutenant Governor, I'm going Nabila.
Okay.
Secretary of State, I'm going Penny Brown. Insurance, Keisha Waits. Oh, my God. Commissioner of Labor, I think Nikki going to bring that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking and listening to how excited people are. I'm looking at all the slate images. You seen the women candidates that wear pearls. Have you saw that picture?
Yeah.
I'm looking at all the slate and the excitement coming from the most dependable voters block in the state or in the country. Yeah. Black women. I just don't see anybody stopping that train right now.
I hear you. On the Commissioner of Labor one, that could be interesting because I think Michelle Michi Sanchez I don't think she's DSA aligned, but she's certainly progressive. Mm-hmm. And I would be curious to see if the DSA and working families types see this as an opportunity to pick up a labor seat statewide, which would be tremendous for their agenda. So that one, I don't know. We'll see what happens. With Keisha not on the ticket anymore, I do wonder
who's going to come out. I think that's all. What other important things are on that ballot?
It.
Just those?
These four statewide and then State House, State Senate. And then for Fulton County, obviously there's a couple of races for Fulton. So in each county, there might be some races right across the state. But I do wonder, now that the governor's race is set,
right?
How many people show up?
You know why I'm going to say it's going to be a couple of issues? Because literally the day after, I start seeing posts of people saying, congratulations, Keisha's our governor.
Right. I'm like, this is what I was talking about earlier. Yeah, like, y'all don't know what in the world you're talking about. This was the primary.
Because of that, I can see a decrease. Right. And again, we talked about this before. What is your runoff game? Mm-hmm. And this is one of those situations, if you go in arrogant, because I got 42%, you got 19, talking specifically
Right.
about Keisha. Like, if you go in arrogant and you don't go and bust in every one of your
Exactly.
votes personally, it can
Right.
flip.
Right.
We've seen it embarrassingly flip.
Yeah. Yeah.
With Isha Collins was the last time I saw it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
like,
that was a big one. Yeah.
Isha, she was out fundraised. She
Right.
went in with less percentage.
Right.
But the runoff, she personally
blew it out. Yeah.
went and blew it out. So
Right.
the runoff election is a completely different one. You don't have the momentum of the major race anymore to push it. The only thing you got now is that Black women are excited and on fire. So let's run and see.
Right.
But
Yeah. So then the question is, who comes out for the runoff, and then who endorses, right? So to what extent do these folks get endorsements from their former opponents? Where do they land? So
yeah, I think those racist folk gonna be like, whatever. Me personally, I think
you'll see. I mean, I think it can make a difference for labor in particular.
the endorsements that I care about. Does Keisha care about who she goes with lieutenant governor? Does she stay quiet, or does she just let the chips fall the way they fall?
Yeah.
I know Josh was more favored among the establishment. I was seeing his name
Right.
kind of put on all the little slate
Yeah.
way more than Nabila.
Right.
So I'm interested to see that endorsement. Does
Yeah.
Keisha really care about who she wants to be her lieutenant governor?
Yeah.
So
We'll see.
yeah.
So on the Republican side, so just a quick numbers thing. So just over 1 million Georgians voted in the Democratic primary for governor, right?
Mm-hmm.
On the Republican side, about 933,000 Georgians voted in the Republican primary for governor, which is a good sign for November, right? That more Democrats voted in the primary than Republicans. So let's look at the statewide results for governor. Obviously, we know that there's a runoff between Burt Jones and Rick Jackson. We were wondering kind of where Brad and Chris Carr would end up, Brad Raffensperger and Chris Carr. And I mean, they just didn't have a chance. They just fundamentally did not have a shot. So Burt ended up on top, but that does not mean. Were you surprised at that? No, not necessarily. Not really, because Rick had to spend an insane amount of money that he spent because nobody knew who he was.
Right.
Right, and so this was about getting my name recognition up as high as possible ahead of the primary. And he came in second, which if I'm him, that is a great place to be in. Because, again, 4 months ago, nobody knew who in the world I was.
Exactly.
Burt Jones was a foregone conclusion, right? We thought it was going to be between Burt, Brad, and Chris, and Burt would likely prevail.
Right.
And now Burt's in the fight for his life. So if I'm Rick, I'm like, we're in a good place. We're in a sweet spot. Let's keep going.
And the commercial started immediately.
Immediately, Rick was like, new commercial. Let me go after Burt.
But I think Rick did his commercials the way the NBA do their championship shirts. Like, you got to print both.
Yeah.
Like, he had commercials ready for everybody. I think he had a commercial ready for every candidate.
Seriously.
Because he dropped that too fast. He dropped that commercial like
He's
Kendrick
like,
Lamar dropped a diss track. So, I obviously we knew this was going to be the runoff. Who's going to prevail on top? Honestly, I feel like this is a toss-up. I think a billionaire is easy to hate. I think it's a situation where I do believe Brad and Carr's, Raffensperger and Carr's endorsement matter. Mm-hmm. So who I believe if Burt can pull those two endorsements on his side, it helps.
I think that will take a lot of work.
I know it would, but I believe their endorsements matter.
Yeah, I think they
a
matter
lot in this situation.
I definitely think they matter. I think it will take a lot of work for Burt to get their endorsements. So we'll see.
So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So Burt is not now. Obviously, he can raise a lot more money now that everybody's out the race, so he need to be on the phone and letting people know, yo, I'm going up against an unlimited amount of money right now, so I need help. But I'm interested to see where this lands. If I had to pull it out, who I want to come out on top is Rick Jackson.
Same.
I would love Rick Jackson.
Yeah, well, if I'm Keisha Lance Bottoms, I want Rick Jackson.
Yeah, I want Rick Jackson. I think it gets really hard for Keisha going against Burt.
Yeah.
Because say what y'all want to say about Burt, it's a lot of y'all in the black community that
Who
support
like him,
Burt
yes.
and like him.
Yes.
We got proof of you liking him.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of behind the door, secret supporting that will be happening if Burt got in office. So got in the position. So I think Jackson, it's just easy to hate a billionaire.
Right.
I'm
He's
always
an easy
say that.
boogeyman. Yes.
It's always easy. So we'll see. But this race ended how we kind of knew it was going to be. So the nominee is going to be kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And so there's also the other question I wonder is to what extent does the governor quietly or publicly put his thumb on the scale? And so I had heard from some Republican folks that some of his people were going to be helping Rick after the runoff or after the primary. I don't know how true it is, so we'll see what ends up happening. Which now leads me to the Senate race on the Republican side. So obviously we know Jon Ossoff on the Democratic side was unopposed. On the Republican side, this was really interesting. So if you will show the Senate results, it was Mike Collins, Derek Dooley, and Buddy Carter. Those were the three that were in the real race, right? And the other two people were kind of no names. Buddy Carter, congressman, kind of represents the Savannah area, as you can see, where he did really well in coastal Georgia. Like that was his area for sure.
He was owning that.
Yeah, he completely owned his area. And then Mike Collins and Derek Dooley kind of battled out for the rest of the state. And Derek Dooley is Governor Kemp's pick. This is one of Governor Kemp's closest friends. For folks who I am not into college football, but obviously Vince Dooley is his dad. And then Derek Dooley also was a coach, I want to say for Tennessee.
Okay.
But obviously he's no longer doing that. So Derek was an unknown, kind of like Rick Jackson, right? Complete unknown in the political sphere. Somehow fought his way to second place in the runoff to get to the runoff. And so now it's Mike Collins versus Derek Dooley. One of the questions I think for voters and for Republican voters in particular is, will Trump put his thumb on the scale? He is not endorsed in this race so far, but there's a question of if he will.
So one, Derek, yes, he came out of nowhere, but he had a major support. Kemp is probably one of the strongest players in the Republican Party.
Facts.
So if you got Kemp behind you, it's a lot of things you're going to do. You're going to get a clear passageway in the state of Georgia easily. You're going to get money raised for you. So I think he had like a really strong endorsement, and I think Kemp might even get louder in this runoff because he kind of was like silently supporting. So now that he done got here, I believe you're going to see Kemp get a little bit louder there. If he does that, now the question is, where is him and Trump? Because they got this love-hate.
I know.
I love you today. I hate you today. Like, where is him in Donald Trump relationship?
Right.
Because Donald Trump is petty enough to come in and just put his thumb on the scale for Mike Collins.
Right. Yeah. And then where does Buddy Carter go also?
Right.
I'd be curious to see what happens there.
Yeah.
So
Name like Buddy.
So that's the Senate race. Obviously, the winner of the runoff will go up against Jon Ossoff. And this is a seat that Republicans are trying to flip. But Ossoff has so much money in the bank, and he's well-liked across the aisle. So this is a bit of a kamikaze mission regardless, but we'll see what ends up happening. And let's talk about some of the down-ballot races on the Republican side. So for lieutenant governor, we have Greg Dolezal versus John F. Kennedy. Dolezal came in second, 23% to Kennedy's 28%. Just a quick aside on this, on on the Democratic side, if you recall a couple episodes, I mentioned Nabila jumped into the lieutenant governor's race because she said of what Dolezal had said, and Dolezal has been very anti-Muslim and has really gone like far right on his rhetoric,
Right.
Which is, I don't know. To me, it's always kind of interesting to see younger-ish people, right? Because he's probably in his, I don't know, mid to late 40s,
Right.
mid 40s, something like that.
It surprised you to see him lean that way?
Well, it's just like, really, you're not 80. But anyway, I know.
I'm about to say that's
I know.
Manufacture. That's a manufacturer built.
So then, Secretary of State, this is a big one. Tim Fleming, again, this is another one of Governor Kemp's picks, kind of a quiet pick, versus Vernon Jones. So Vernon Jones came in second, and I don't know what's going to happen, but if I had to bet, I would say that Tim will win.
But Vernon.
But I don't know also, is Trump going to weigh in on this?
Oh, yeah.
Because Vernon has been a strong Trump supporter and believed the election was stolen and all that, you know.
Trump ain't going to help him.
Well, if I'm a Democrat, I want Vernon to win the runoff.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah, and then state school superintendent, again, this is another statewide race. I don't know this person, but Fred Bubba Longrear came in at 29%. And this race is a reminder for all the campaign folks and all the voters. Every vote counts. Richard Woods, the incumbent, barely avoided or almost avoided the runoff. 49.9%. He got so doggone close.
I be looking at these names. Bubba, he looked like a Bubba. Have you seen him?
I saw it.
Yeah, he looked like a Bubba.
Yeah, I was like, I'd never heard of this guy before. But man, if I'm Richard Woods, I'm so annoyed because I'm like, I almost got this outright. And then PSC District 5, Public Service Commission District 5. This is a runoff between two folks, Bobby Meehan, who got 31%, to Josh Tolbert, 47%. And then again, there are a number of state house and state senate races, and then other local races across the state that may have also gone to a runoff. So you can go to the Secretary of State's website, and we'll put that in the show notes so you can see, is there a runoff in my area?
So, interesting thing I saw. Two people that were supposed to perform well in the cab
did not.
Why is that?
So Vernon, which we just talked about, Vernon Jones, who is running for Secretary of State, he was not the top candidate in DeKalb, I think, and Thurman was not the top candidate in DeKalb, I think, for a couple of reasons. One, although they can point to things that they did well in the county, there were Vernon in particular, and they are two very different men, to be very clear. But Vernon has kind of this kind of cloud of controversy around him.
Right.
Even though, like, parks, like if you love the pathways and parks in DeKalb County, thank Vernon Jones for that. Because he made that happen. Right. But there was all this other stuff that just made him not palatable for folks.
So it was more presentation?
I think so. Something like that. And then, you know, there was like some questionable stuff with women. Like there was a little bit of drama. And on the Thurman side, Thurman took over. Thurman is kind of always.
That's what I was talking about, Thurman.
Yeah, he's kind of always come in as the fixer, which sometimes means you make enemies because you're dealing with really hard stuff and people may not like the decisions that you make as you try to fix really hard things.
Right.
Which he did for DeKalb Public Schools. And then in the county, right there there were so many challenges in DeKalb County that still remain today. Mm-hmm. And I think, you know, there was a little bit of folks not being happy with the way that the transition or lack thereof happened between Thurman and the new CEO, Lorraine Cochran Johnson. So
because he didn't endorse her either.
No,
so
he did not endorse her.
I think he was with Larry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Larry, by the way, is in a runoff.
You know, I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that.
He's running for a state house seat.
I said, good old Larry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good old Larry.
Yeah. So, that was kind of tough to see. But then again, Keisha, same thing, right? Where Keisha and Jason split Atlanta, right? Because of folks feeling some kind of way about
she abandoned
her term.
Atlanta.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And she made a point. She was like, look, I didn't abandon Atlanta.
you.
I finished my term.
Yeah.
But I think in Atlanta, you just so used to 2-term mayor.
Right.
Like, that's just kind of like the tradition.
It is. Yeah.
So she was like, nah, I finished.
Right. I just said I'm done.
And then then another thing she said, she was like, Biden was in office. Money was coming in.
Right.
She was like, I didn't leave it under, which when I thought about it, I was like, to a point, you probably could have wanted to quit under a Trump. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
But she did finish her term.
She did.
So I was like, okay, I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you. So, man, we'll see. At the end of the day, going back to Vernon, him not winning the cab, I think that's who, if I'm Judge Penny Brown, obviously I want him. That's a easy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
either one of the Democratic candidates would want Vernon.
Yeah.
For sure.
So,
but a debate, good dear God, a debate between Vernon Jones and Judge Penny Brown would be, I think that might give me a headache. But it's going to be too intense.
I believe Judge Penny Brown will win.
Oh, good Lord. I don't want to see it. So I mentioned that there were some Senate and House runoffs. One of those is a special election. So this is to fill the remainder of Nabila's term because Nabila resigned from the state Senate to run for lieutenant governor. Why this race matters is the person who wins the runoff.
They go to the special session.
Exactly. They will be sworn in for the special session, which starts literally the day after the runoff. So the election is Tuesday. The special session begins Wednesday. And that person, along with others in the State House and State Senate, will be voting on legislation related to what happens to the QR codes for the 2026 general election, so the November election, and then these maps that we've been talking about.
So question, does that person also get to be on the November ballot? Because they didn't qualify.
Right.
But they are the incumbent.
No, there's two concurrent elections.
I get it. I'm just asking.
There's
for
the one for
reasons.
the remainder, because it's just filling out the remainder of Nabila's term.
Which would have ended in December.
I think it's like technically January.
They get to do a Kwanzaa Hall, but a little longer.
Yeah, right. Something like that.
Kwanzaa Hall, Congress for 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
And you know he called himself former congressman.
I know he does. And he wears the pin. And he gets all the perks.
That is hilarious, bro.
Hey.
They said that man was in office. They said they didn't give him an office. They let him work at the Starbucks across the street.
Stupid. Shout out to Kwanzaa.
Shout out to Kwanzaa. So, all right. So, these people, this is actually a big race because they go into special session and we need those votes
They're going to work immediately, like literally the next day. Another big winner I wanted to mention, Jasmine Clark in Congressional District 13. She won outright. So, she and Keisha were the two big winners of the night for sure. So she will replace Congressman David Scott. Yes, there is a Republican running, but this is generally seen as a solid, or safe blue seat. Tricia Pridemore, another one I want to mention, she did not make the runoff for Congressional District 11. If that name sounds slightly familiar to you, she's on the Public Service Commission, and she decided to not run for re-election so that she could instead run for the CD 11 seat, but she did not even make the runoff. And then another name, Ryan Millsap, for folks in DeKalb would certainly know this name. He lost his bid for Congressional District 10. Ryan Millsap he was part of a film studio that got money to DeKalb, And then maybe, was it last year or something? There was like some expose where it showed that he had, sent all these racist text messages about leadership in DeKalb and I think also in Atlanta. So tough cookies. This is a race that a lot of people are paying attention to. DeKalb,
I am.
Yeah, DeKalb Commission District 3.
Let me tell you. So we're talking about grassroots versus establishment.
Yeah.
This is textbook grassroots versus establishment. I don't think nobody thought Kiana Jones was going to do as good as she did.
Right.
Jones Moore. I'm a fan. She was actually, if you watch my documentary, What About the Deacon, the very last person that's speaking during the credits, she's speaking on Deacon Johnny Holloman. I'm excited to see. I already know she's been doing work in this community, grassroots work.
Right.
I'm excited to see what she do. But Nicole is definitely, I think she's liked by that community.
She's liked by the establishment in DeKalb for sure.
That's what I'm saying. It's textbook grassroots versus establishment. Who can win?
Right. And she's the incumbent. And so if she loses, that would be quite the upset on the commission. And my understanding is Ted Terry, who's a current commissioner, who is, I believe he is countywide, he is supporting Kiana.
I can see that. Ted always been progressive. He's the former mayor. What's the small town?
Yeah, Clarkston.
Clarkston. Heavy on cannabis. Heavy like he's just always been that progressive guy. So I could see him backing and pushing her. And he's become quite like a player in DeKalb. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people recognize him as a guy in DeKalb. That makes sense. Like, so
I think that one's going to get kind of spicy.
Yeah.
Because a lot of
folks that's what I'm saying. I'm paying attention to this one. And again, I'm Kiana. I believe she pulls this off.
Okay.
I think she has more and I think
she has more energy.
She has more energy, and the runoff is grassroots.
Yes.
That's the thing about a runoff race. A runoff race is a grassroots race. It is very
it's all about
much,
getting your people out.
It's very much about being motivated on the ground and touching people.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like she pulls this off. We'll see, but I do know she's not running against somebody that's like people are ready to leave.
Right.
Like people like Nicole. So let's see how that goes.
Yeah. On the Cobb County Commission, this was when I was checking to see there are 2 Republican commissioners that had Republican opposition, and they both easily won their reelection. Both of the 2 white women who were Republican commissioners. So that was interesting because folks were wondering, like, oh, will Cobb make a change and switch out these Republicans? But that didn't happen.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't do nothing in Cobb, not even politics. So I wasn't even paying attention to it. Right?
Yeah, I was watching this one.
I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Y'all got it, dog.
That's funny.
The last political thing I paid attention to in Cobb County was Connie Taylor.
Oh yeah, that was a big deal.
Yeah, so that was the last thing I paid. That was actually the last election I actually worked on.
Oh, okay.
Rest in peace to Michael Langford.
Oh wow.
Helped get her in. Not her second term, but her first.
Right.
Her first term. So
yeah.
So I don't Cobb. I see y'all, but I kind of let y'all have y'all way.
And then Fulton County on the commission. Oh, I'm gonna start with District 5 and then go up. So I think you said Sojourner's your cousin?
Sojourner's my cousin.
Your cousin's in the runoff.
She's in my runoff. What's so crazy, though,
Helen is your cousin, too?
No, I like Helen, too. Like, Helen's good people. So, obviously, family. I believe she can pull it off. But I'm interested to see where this falls. If the election happened today, Helen is liked among the establishment.
Right.
A lot of the establishment people are really backing and supporting her.
And she's been in elected office before.
She's been elected in office, which, I like the underdog story of that. The fact that she's been in elected office, she's 43. Sojourner came in at 35. It's like, it's grassroots time. Like, who can touch the people and get on the ground? We'll see. If I have to bet, I got to go Sojourner.
Okay.
But I like them both.
Yeah.
Either way, wherever it fall, I'm not mad at that race.
Yeah. And then District 3, Jody Meriday versus Lee Morris. So I mentioned before that Lee Morris had previously been on, he'd been previously on the commission as a Republican. and then switched to Democrat to run for his old seat back. And this seat is currently held by Dana Barrett, who's running for Secretary of State. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Dana has endorsed Jody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She better.
and Jody, that name rings a bell. She works for the city of Atlanta.
City of Atlanta now.
Yeah.
Black girl wave.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like.
Black girl wave, ride that thing out.
Right.
Perfect segue into chair.
Chair. Mo Ivory almost got 40% of the vote. She got really close to 40.
You know, so this right here, this was not the matchup I wanted to see. I wanted to see Marvin.
Mo and Marvin?
No, I wanted to see Marvin and Pitts.
Oh, okay.
That's what I wanted to see. Mo versus Pitts, two things that I think we're going to be in trouble on. One, Black Girl Way. I'm going to name this episode Black Girl Way. Ride that thing out.
Right.
One, I think it's going to be hard to beat her on that. Two, I just think she's about to bring way more energy. What's going to help Rob, he's the incumbent, and he's going to be able to just, if I'm Rob, I'm like, yo, y'all didn't think I was going to make it to the runoff. Made it to the runoff. Mm-hmm. Y'all know I know this position.
Right.
Rob, he understands the game. So Rob is raising money right now. He making phone calls right now.
He's doing the work.
I don't think this is going to be an easy one, but if I do have to pick one, I'm going to have to go Mo.
With Mo.
I'm going to have to go Mo. Yeah.
I can see that. I don't know how this is going to shake up, but I could certainly see Mo pulling it off. But I could also, at the same time, see folks saying, okay, it's not that I'm like crazy about Rob, but I don't want, yes.
Yeah, it's the devil I know.
Exactly.
I know what I'm going to get. I know how surprised it's going to be. I think, I will tell you, if Mo gets this chair seat, I am about to go get a vendor, city of Fulton or Fulton County vendor license, and I'm selling popcorn at the door of every.
Oh my God! Of every commission meeting. You can do that right now.
No,
the commission meetings right now are a wreck. You can do that now,
but imagine it with Mo presiding over the meeting as chair.
See, and that's the part that makes me wonder
if people are gonna not go with her.
Yes,
I'm just saying. That's what I'm doing. Because it's Fulton County about to get completely spicy.
All I know is, I mean, I literally have messaged staff at Fulton County during the meetings being like, man, God bless you. Like, I'm sorry that you have to deal with this at work every day.
You know who I wouldn't want to be? The attorney.
Right.
They be calling on the attorney. Can you please? Like, I would not want to be the attorney at the court. So I'm not gonna lie. I think she has a lot of theatrics around her that if I'm Rob, I can use against her and say you don't want this in Fulton County politics. But on the other end, she can say I'm blowing the whistle on things that people being quiet. They both have legitimate arguments to fight and use. I just think she has the ability to get a little bit more excitement. Although Rob has really did a good job for me. If I look at this race, him responding back with content and video.
I know.
Rob like,
on Instagram?
Yo, I just want to say congratulations to you, Rob. You definitely, you combated and came back in a way that most people saw was your weakness, which is social media and things like that. So I'm very proud of the race he has run.
He said, don't count me out. I might be in my 80s, but don't count me out.
Yeah, Rob riding Waymos. He talking trash on social media.
You saw Waymo suspended right now?
Was somebody in that car?
I don't know. But you know what's crazy? I took a Waymo that day. That day.
You and Jefferson, man. Y'all gonna get enough of that. Y'all gonna get enough of the Waymo.
But it will actually, do you want, because it'll pop up oh, here's a Waymo, but do you prefer a human-driven car? Yeah. And I was like, oh, I'm fine with the Waymo. I always press,
I prefer an American.
Oh, my God. Okay, Bert. Okay, Rick.
All right, so that's Atlanta. That's Georgia.
Yeah, that's Georgia.
Shout out that's where the party's at right now. Georgia's on fire. Let's go.
On fire. I want to talk about another race outside of Georgia that I think is really interesting because we've been talking about, like, I always try to look to see what's happening elsewhere that I think might influence elections here.
Okay.
And the LA mayor's race is one. It is a hot mess. So Karen Bass is the incumbent. If we can show Karen on the screen. So there's two people. Well, there's a number of people running, but two folks in particular are kind of seen as the
two head.
Yeah. So Karen Bass, the incumbent. If that name sounds familiar, she was a former, I believe she was in the House in California. She actually is known for like a lot of like pro-Africa policy in Washington, by the way. But regardless, so she stepped down to run for mayor of LA 4 years ago. Now she's running for re-election. And their primary, they have an open primary system. So their primary is June 2nd, and then the top two folks go to a November election. And so, by the way, there's the LA mayor's race. There's also the governor's race in LA. So there's a lot of, or in California rather, a lot of attention is going to be paid to California this election cycle. So why this race is interesting to me, Spencer Pratt, and if you were an old millennial, this name will ring a bell. Spencer Pratt was on a reality TV show called The Hills. I think this was like back in the early 2000s or something.
At the peak of reality TV.
Yeah. So, white guy, I think he came from a pretty well-off family. He lost his house in the Palisades fire, which we all know was a big thing that happened in California. And he has made Karen's, the mayor's response to the Palisades fire and to public safety in general kind of the key issue in his campaign.
Right.
Why I'm highlighting this race, Spencer Pratt has flooded social media with AI ads throughout the campaign. And this is one of the first kind of domestic races where you see someone using AI to, throughout the campaign. And it's going to be only a matter of time before we see this in Georgia and before we see this in Atlanta.
I wish you would have brought one because I ain't seen one yet.
Oh, I'm about to, if we can pull it up.
Okay.
We have a clip of this. This is just one of many, many campaign ads that are AI, produced by AI and released across social media. So he has, remember the Lego ads that Iran was releasing? Mm-hmm. He has Lego ads, and then he has ads like this one that we'll see.
This mayor race is really heating up. Who you guys voting for? Haven't decided? Same, haven't really been following it. Same. Same? Same. I'm not MAGA or anything. But the city's kind of gone to shit though, right? Oh yeah.
You're MAGA.
Jessica stepped on a needle at the playground the other day. I'm not MAGA or anything though. I'm not MAGA or anything, but have you been downtown lately? Looks like an episode of The Walking Dead. Not that I'm MAGA or anything, though. Spencer Pratt seems like he has some good ideas. Not that I'm MAGA or anything. He does seem really angry all the time, though. Well, they did burn his house down. Also, apparently he's staying at the Bel Air Hotel, not the trailer on his property. Well, yeah. They burned his house down. Okay, we're all adults here. How about on 3, we just say who we're voting for? 1, 2, 3. Spencer Pratt. Yeah. Spencer Pratt. Spencer Pratt. Can you imagine if our wives knew?
We're all voting for Spencer Pratt, right? Of course. Obviously. I wish I could vote like yesterday.
Like yesterday.
So,
oh my God.
A couple things. One, AI is getting really good. Like, that's a long commercial to keep that much consistency.
Right.
Like, I've tried to, like, AI and, like, do consistent, like, AI is I wonder what they built that on. Like, that was...
Yeah.
AI is getting better. Let me just say that. 2, when they say I'm not MAGA or anything, that's dog whistle for MAGA.
Yeah, that was a lot. I mean, they said it. I don't know how many. I didn't count how many times.
People
but probably
don't have
5
to,
or 6.
People don't have to say I'm not MAGA.
Right.
If they're not MAGA.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think I'm not MAGA is like traditional. Like I'm not the traditional rural poor white MAGA. Mm-hmm. But I feel what Trump doing.
Right.
That's what I think that's dog whistle for. But I will say this. We're seeing this trend. Well, I think we've been seeing a trend of celebrity politicians in California.
Right.
So, from Arnold Schwarzenegger, but most recently with Jason Lee. Hollywood
that's
Unlocked.
right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we're seeing these celebrity people who understand leverage, who understand media, who understands influence.
Yeah.
And I think in a state like California, which is different from Georgia, your voters are more hip to online trends and things would work better that way versus over here.
Yeah.
Over here, I still want a yard in my sign.
Right. Sign in your yard. Yes.
Yeah. I want a sign in my yard.
Yeah.
Like I want you to come play bingo. It's a different level
the physical
of
touch.
Yeah,
is different.
You got to be more engaged here versus in California.
Right.
So
you have to be on the ground here.
One, I mean, I didn't like the ad. Let me just say that. But
It didn't move you.
But at first, I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be funny."
Oh,
Which
he had some that were funny.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
I thought this was gonna be funny, and
light.
They didn't mention his name on 3. Let's say who we're gonna vote for, and boom, it then goes to the screen. They're like, "Y'all know the right choice."
Right.
Like. I thought it was just gonna kind of make it more of a, but then they kept saying I'm not MAGA or anything. I was like, oh, okay. It kind of lost me. But to his point though, I'm just saying we're seeing a trend where celebrity people are winning office in California.
Right.
And shout out to Jason Lee. Like he actually been kind of doing some cool things out there. I think he served as District 6 council person.
Commissioner or council.
And then he was like the vice mayor. And I think he's in Stockton, California.
Yeah.
So, he actually been kind of doing some cool things out there. But that's somebody who I never would have seen in politics.
I don't think Jason and Spencer are the same type of person, though.
I don't think they are, but I think they're the same type of brand, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Definitely not the same person, not the same ideals.
Not
but
the same politics.
Brand of, I'm not a politician. I do have a little bit of clout.
Right.
People know Jason way more than...
Yeah.
I don't know how much Jason has maintained his celebrityism off the screen. Like, I don't know how he's known in California.
Right.
But I'm just saying it's the same brand. They never ran for office before. They not your regular politician.
Yeah.
And politics have just changed. So all I'm saying is, to his point, there's a pathway.
Right.
Let me just say that.
Yeah.
There's a pathway.
So it looks like he probably won't win just from like the polling standpoint, but he is, sometimes someone like an election like this, you change the dynamics for future races.
You put blood in the water.
Right. And so I think that is, there's a question of, okay, Karen gets reelected, but how much political power does she have? Right? What happens after her race? How does this change the next? We always talk about what's going to happen in Atlanta in 2029. So like the same question for them, right? So 4 years from now, in 2030, what's going to happen in the LA mayor's race? But again, this kind of notion of AI in campaigns, I think we're going to see more and more of it. And then what's challenging or problematic about it is there's no marker, right? So nothing on that says this is AI generated.
Oh, yeah.
So if I am someone who is not tech savvy, I think those are real people.
Yeah.
Right? Those are real couples. Those 3 guys are real people who know each other and who are going to vote for Spencer Pratt. And I'm not alone because I'm with them too.
It's almost fun. It's funny when I watch like clearly AI videos, like something super extreme. And then I might see my auntie commenting, "This is crazy." crazy. I mean, like,
Oh no, Auntie, no,
Auntie, it's not real.
No.
But I'm just saying,
Yeah.
a lot of people are not seeing that.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
they see it as real, to your point. So,
Right.
hey, I think you can start seeing AI videos happening in Atlanta, but you got to be more creative than that.
I don't have a lot of faith, but we'll see.
I'll start creating some.
I knew you were. I knew you were going to say.
You know what? That's gonna be my homework.
Oh,
Jefferson, let's create
Lord.
an AI ad. We're gonna create an AI ad. Just, you know.
Oh dear God!
we're
Just for fun.
You know what? We're gonna create one for 2 candidates, and whoever buy it, that's who get it.
Oh my God, that's terrible. Are you ready for party pooper and party starter?
You know what? I seen you. Surprisingly, I seen you didn't have a pooper.
I didn't have a pooper.
You got one now?
No, I'll do the starter, and maybe we can come up with a pooper
Okay, let's
by
go.
then. But we're taping on Monday. It's Memorial Day. If we can show this photo of a young soldier planting flags. If you don't know, Memorial Day honors our military service members who died while serving
In the line of
their
battle.
country. Yeah. And so I just want to give a shout out to our military
Them.
folks. Yeah. And the folks who've lost their lives, their families who've been impacted by it. You know, there's certainly a lot of controversy right now with respect to the United States military, but shout out to the folks who say, I am going to protect this country, even if it means that I will lose my life.
Yeah, you know what? I will say that. Shout out to you all, because if it was up to men like me to defend this country and the United States military, we would be in trouble, because I ain't serving nowhere.
Yeah.
And
Well, you better hope there's no draft.
I'm a few months away from missing the draft completely.
I don't know.
No.
Are you?
You said 37.
Yes, but they changed the age of you can sign up to the military to like 42.
And I'm my father's only son.
Oh, well I don't know.
That don't do
Maybe.
that no more?
Maybe.
They don't care about legacy no more?
I don't know.
Yeah, so no shade. I just, I know
Yeah.
my ability. I did sign up for the military, the little store kiosk when they recruit, because they said signing bonus of $10,000.
Oh,
When he told me I wasn't getting the $10,000 that day,
You're like, never mind.
I left. My friend didn't. My friend is still in the military. Shout out to
Oh,
him.
wow.
Shout out to him.
That is wild.
We both tried to sign up the same
Yeah.
day. I'm like, nah, I can't do it. We can get the money today. I'm like, nah, bro.
That's funny.
But shout out to that recruiter that didn't lie to me. Because,
Yeah.
recruiters are notorious for lying.
Yeah.
And he could have lied. I'm like, yeah, sign right here. We're going to give you your money. Like, he could have lied, but he didn't. So
then
shout
you
out.
would have been stuck.
So my pooper, you probably won't agree with this pooper, but my part of pooper, this was kind of discovered the day after election.
Okay.
So day after elections, I am seeing a lot of Democratic voters, Democratic ballot voters, who are now talking trash about Keisha Lance Bottoms being the nominee, right?
Yes.
I think they deserve to be the party pooper. If this is your ballot, meaning
Yeah.
you voted Democratic, your candidate didn't win, and now you're about to spend the rest of this election talking about why you don't believe Keisha is a good candidate, and she is clearly more aligned with your agenda than every other candidate on the other side. I just think
I agree with that.
you're a party pooper.
Yeah.
You're a party pooper. Get with your party. The people have chosen. Like her or love her, this is your horse.
Right.
If I am a betting man, I am not about to put strengths on my horse while still wanting my horse to win. Like those.
So for those people, I'm like, did you not learn anything from 2024 election?
Bruh.
Like you learned nothing.
This all you got. You literally have 3 options right now, and after the 16th, you'll have 2 options.
Right.
Pick that option and lock in.
Right.
Talking trash about your Democratic candidate is not going to change who it is.
No.
All you can do is support the candidate. Hopefully you get hopefully you get a Democratic governor. And when it's time to elect somebody new, just get somebody ready.
Yeah. But in that same process, if there were policies that you liked about Jason Estevez or Mike Thurman or any other candidate,
Push them to her.
yes, and you're like, okay,
Can you adopt this?
right? I care about these things. What is your plan?
And that's the thing. Like,
Don't just take your ball and go home. Like, that does not work.
those
and
are
again,
my party poopers.
I fundamentally agree with that. And I, again, would urge folks to pay attention to 2024 election, where folks were like, I'm not a fan of Kamala. I don't like Kamala. I'm going to stay home, or I'm going to, which a lot of folks just did not vote.
Exactly.
Right? There was a clear suppression where folks just did not vote. And then they're like, oh, wait, I didn't like her, but that didn't mean that I wanted him to do the things that he's doing.
No, it does.
You can't complain about what he's doing
Pick your race.
if you stay at home.
Pick your horse, stick to it, or shut up. Those are your three options. Now, I do got a question before we go. Now that she's the candidate, she won overwhelmingly.
Overwhelmingly.
She's lock in step with Ossoff.
Yep,
Does Kamala come now?
possibly.
I believe.
I
she
think
does.
a lot of national folks will come down. I think we'll see like a Jasmine Crockett come.
Yeah.
Maybe a Pete Buttigieg, like any of the folks who are trying to be president in 2028 on
They
the
gonna come
Democratic
down.
side, I think they're going to come down.
Kamala is the needle mover, though. Like, I think she comes down. No, I think she does something.
I could see her
Biden
doing
and
something. I
Kamala.
don't know if she's a needle mover, but I could see her doing something.
I think it gets people. Right now, all Keisha has to do is put her money on the ground, getting people excited. Like, she got to get people excited, and I believe Kamala can do that. I believe Kamala can get people excited. There's a lot of people that think this race was stolen from her.
Yeah.
Like, how people on the other side was
Right.
like,
Yes. Yes.
I think
I saw there's like a whole, I haven't watched it yet, but this whole thing I bookmarked with Elon Musk's ex-girlfriend and this whole thing about him changing ballots or doing something or with the results.
That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
I think, and then Trump is doing that bad. When you see Kamala, you see like, it's almost like, this is how people look at Kamala, I feel. When you're about to get on the highway, you know you can take the back streets, but you don't feel like hitting the lights.
Yeah.
You just jump on the highway and get there really fast. So you get on the highway and it's bumper to bumper traffic. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
I think
dang it.
people are looking at Kamala like the back roads.
And that's why you use Waze.
Exactly. It's the road less traveled. I would have been where I was trying to go.
Yeah.
And I think that's how people are looking at Kamala now, the voters. So I feel like with the overwhelming excitement that's already behind Keisha, we see it in the numbers and how she's doing outside of Atlanta.
Right.
Plus Kamala, no, the excitement is up. If she comes, I'm telling you, it's gonna bring a whole other energy.
Well, it's going to be a long, I don't know.
It's gonna be a great summer for us.
It's going to be a great summer for us, but it's going to be a long process.
Yeah, I'm
to
excited
see.
about it.
I mean, because we get through the runoff, then we got to get through the special session, which they're saying is going to be short because everyone wants to get back on the campaign trail. And then, like, once that session's over, then it's like just full blown campaigning until November.
Yeah.
So
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Also, I just want to let people know, thank you again for everybody that came to our events, our election party. But we're going to be doing a lot more offline opportunities, really engaging in the political process, the political conversation. So if you want to be a part of this, make sure you follow us on Where the Party At. Podcast or pod? Is it?
I think it's pod.
Yeah, Where the Party At pod. Where the Party At pod. Spell everything.
We'll put it in the show notes.
Spell everything traditionally. Follow us.
Oh, it's podcast.
It's podcast. Where the Party At podcast. Sorry, Where the Party At podcast. Follow us. I promise you, we got a lot of exciting things coming. We want to get you involved in the political process because your voice deserves to be heard. So
That's right.
I'm excited about it. Thank you for a great episode, Simon.
Yes.
See you next week. Hopefully,
Took
it don't feel
forever.
like it's taking so long.
Took forever to get to doggone election coverage, and we are finally here. Thank you all for tuning in. Where the Party At Check us out. Tell a friend. Subscribe. All that good stuff.
We out.